Have you ever wondered why, even after eating right, staying active, and doing everything by the book, your legs still feel heavy and weak? Why stairs feel steeper than they used to? Or why getting up from a chair takes a bit more effort than before? Is this just a sign of aging? Or could something else be silently affecting your strength? Here's the shocking part. It might not be about what you're not doing, but something you're doing every single day, thinking it's healthy. Most seniors make this one common mistake and do it with full confidence because they've been told it's the right thing for decades. We're talking about fruit. Yes, fruits, nature's candy, taught to us as healthy, natural, good for the body. And while many of them truly are, not all fruits are safe, especially not for people over 60. In fact, some of the most common ones can actually make your legs weaker, trigger joint pain, and quietly harm your mobility. As we age, everything changes. Blood circulation slows, metabolism dips, and foods we once thrived on can now quietly start hurting us. Some fruits, though sweet and seemingly harmless, are packed with acids and sugars that mess with blood sugar, fuel inflammation, and contribute to muscle loss in your legs. And the worst part? You often won't notice until it's too late. That cramp in your calf, that odd pressure in your thighs, or the tightness in your knees. It builds over time. Today, I'll reveal 7 fruits seniors should avoid if they want strong, pain-free legs. If you want to protect your mobility and avoid future leg pain, don't skip this. These fruits might look harmless, even healthy, but once you learn the truth, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. So stay with me till the end. Your legs will thank you. And before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is where we break down the truths most people never talk about. If you're watching right now, type 1 in the comments if you've ever felt leg weakness without knowing why. Let's start with a fruit that's often praised for fighting inflammation, yet might be doing the exact opposite for people over 60. I'm talking about pineapple. Tropical, juicy, refreshing, and long believed to be nature's anti-inflammatory medicine, thanks to something called bromelain. But here's where it gets concerning, especially for older adults. Pineapple is packed with natural sugars and powerful acids. On the surface, that might not sound bad, but once you're over 60, your blood vessels become more fragile and sensitive. That sweet fruit can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar, which damages the tiny blood vessels in your legs, ankles, and feet. Over time, poor circulation, less oxygen to your muscles, and the result, pain, fatigue, and swelling. Ever notice a dull ache in your thighs after walking just a few steps? Or stiff knees after standing up? Even if you haven't been moving much, pineapple's acid content can worsen inflammation, especially in joints already dealing with arthritis or age-related wear. It's like adding fuel to a slow-burning fire in your knees and hips. Some people even report their legs feel heavier after eating pineapple, like strength is slowly slipping away. And if you're on medications like blood thinners, there's more. The bromelain in pineapple can interfere with how those drugs work, making them too weak or too strong without warning. But here's the most dangerous part. Pineapple won't give you any clear signs. No instant pain. No warning. Just a gradual loss of strength until one day, your body simply doesn't move the way it used to. And sadly, most seniors never connect the dots. They think they're eating healthy, while pineapple silently chips away at their legs. Now look, you don't have to hate pineapple. But if you're battling unexplained leg pain or swelling, this could be the piece of the puzzle you've been missing. Because if a fruit famous for reducing inflammation can do this, what about the next one? Next one, the muscle imposter, banana. Soft, sweet, and loaded with potassium, bananas have long been celebrated as a go-to for energy and muscle health. They're supposed to help prevent cramps, boost strength, and keep you going. But here's what most people don't realize. Bananas are full of fast-digesting carbs and sugars. And in older adults, those sugars hit differently. They cause sudden spikes in blood sugar, which triggers insulin resistance, weakens blood flow, and inflames the joints, and your legs take the hit. You may start noticing leg soreness after meals. Maybe stairs feel harder. Your calves stiffen. Your ankles swell, especially if you have heart issues. Why? Bananas can cause water retention. That leads to swelling, joint stiffness, and a quiet sense of weakness creeping in. The real problem? You think you're doing something good for your muscles. But over time, bananas might be slowly draining your strength. There's no alarm, just more discomfort, more effort to move. And that fruit on your plate, the one you thought was helping, might be one of the reasons you're slowing down. Number 3. Grapes. Small fruit, big problem. Next up are grapes. Small, juicy, and seemingly innocent. You've probably snacked on them without a second thought, right? They've been praised for heart health and antioxidants. But if you're over 60, grapes might be quietly working against you, especially when it comes to your legs. Grapes are loaded with fructose, a type of sugar that goes straight to your liver. When your liver can't fully process it, it turns into uric acid, the same stuff that builds up in your joints and causes inflammation and pain. Sound familiar? Burning pain in your toes at night. That sudden stiffness in your calves. Soreness in your ankles or knees that flares up after walking. Even a small serving of grapes can trigger these symptoms without you realizing why. All thanks to rising uric acid and inflammation. And here's the catch. Grapes are way too easy to overeat. They're bite-sized, refreshing, and you can polish off a bowl before even noticing. That's a massive sugar load and a lot of strain on your joints and circulation. So if you've been dealing with leg stiffness or swelling, and you've been regularly eating grapes, now you know where part of the problem might be hiding. Fruit 4. Watermelon. The sugar dressed as hydration. It's the poster child for hydration. Light, juicy, and refreshing, especially in summer. But behind that watery bite is something most people miss, a sugar bomb in disguise. Watermelon has an extremely high glycemic index, meaning it spikes your blood sugar fast, almost like candy. In younger bodies, that might not be a big deal. But in seniors, where insulin sensitivity is reduced and circulation slows, those spikes can lead to inflammation and joint strain. What happens next? Fatigue in your calves, swelling in your ankles, pain during simple walks. Climbing stairs feels harder than it should. And here's the tricky part. Watermelon feels light. So you keep going back for more, not realizing the sugar is piling up. Ironically, what you thought was hydrating might actually be making movement harder. If you've been feeling more leg fatigue lately, it may not be dehydration at all. It could be the watermelon causing inflammation behind the scenes. Fruit 5. Oranges, the acid assassin. Oranges. Breakfast juice. Vitamin C. They've been a healthy morning staple for decades. But there's a side to oranges that isn't as sunny, especially for seniors. Beneath the fresh scent and immune-boosting reputation is something your joints might be quietly fighting: citric acid. As we age, our joints become more sensitive, and that acid can irritate already inflamed or arthritic areas, worsening the pain. Morning knee stiffness. Hip discomfort after sitting. Less flexibility than usual. You might blame it on aging, but your daily glass of OJ or those sweet orange slices could be contributing more than you think. And it's not just acid. The natural sugar in oranges also spikes blood sugar. Combine both, you've got the perfect storm of inflammation that travels straight to your legs. You thought you were doing something good. That's what makes oranges tricky. Their healthy reputation masks their potential to inflame aging joints. But now, you know the truth. And you're one step closer to stronger, pain-free legs. Next one is green apples. The healthy snack that isn't always safe. Green apples. Crisp, clean, less sweet. They look like the perfect snack, especially if you're avoiding sugar. But beneath that tart flavor lies a subtle problem, especially for aging joints and circulation. Green apples are high in malic acid, which gives them their sour bite. That's fine for younger folks. But for seniors, that acid can irritate delicate tissues, including your joints. Some experience thigh aches after eating apples. Others feel tightness in the knees or heat in the soles of their feet. Over time, that irritation builds until walking starts to feel stiff and even painful. Even though they're not as sweet as red apples, green apples still contain natural sugars. In seniors, where metabolism is slower, this can cause blood sugar spikes and dips. What follows? Leg fatigue, morning stiffness, night cramps. Climbing stairs becomes slower and harder. And the worst part? Most people eat green apples raw, often at night or between meals, giving your body no break from the acid or sugar. So while it feels like a health habit, it might be quietly draining your strength. Now for the fruit that steals hearts every summer, the mango. Sweet, juicy, refreshing. It tastes like nature's dessert. But for seniors, mango might be the most dangerous fruit on this list. Mangoes are packed with natural sugar, and not just a little. One ripe mango can spike your blood sugar fast. If you're under 30, active, and metabolically healthy, your body can manage it. But after 60, not so much. That sugar spike causes a rush of insulin, followed by a crash. And each time that happens, your body reacts with inflammation, especially in weak joints and nerves. You might feel burning in your toes, evening foot swelling, tingling that won't quit, or a slow heaviness creeping into your legs. Because mango is soft and light, it's easy to eat more than one serving without noticing. But your body doesn't care how light it feels. It responds to the sugar load. And over time, that means joint pain, slower steps, and legs that feel less stable. Many older adults turn to mango as a natural treat. And it is natural. But natural isn't always harmless, not when it comes to weaker circulation and aging joints. You've seen the full picture now. While some fruits can quietly work against aging joints, others do the opposite. They reduce pain, ease inflammation, strengthen your legs. Let's talk about the ones you should be eating, the fruits that heal. Berries, the tiny anti-inflammatory giants. Blackberries, blueberries, raspberries. These small fruits are inflammation-fighting powerhouses, low in sugar, high in antioxidants, gentle on blood sugar. Most importantly, they improve circulation, especially in your legs, and help reduce stiffness and swelling. Cherries, when eaten in moderation, can help lower uric acid levels. This makes them excellent for preventing joint flare-ups like gout. A small handful a few times a week can relieve that burning in your knees or toes. Avocados, the joint cushion. Yes, avocado is a fruit, and one of the best for aging joints. It's packed with healthy fats that reduce internal inflammation and cushion your joints. It also helps stabilize blood sugar for sustained energy without the crash. Papaya, gentle and healing. If you're looking for something that soothes both digestion and joints, papaya is perfect. Its enzymes help reduce inflammation and are kind to your gut. Great for older bodies that need gentle nourishment. Pears, balanced and steady. Mild, fiber-rich, and easy to pair with a bit of protein. Pears give your body lasting energy without overloading it with sugar. They keep your legs light, not swollen. If you're still watching, I know this about you. You care about your future, your strength, your independence. So let me say this clearly, it's not too late. You can change. You can heal. You can walk stronger again. You don't need big, extreme shifts. Just one smart choice at a time, one fruit, one meal, one decision. Some fruits aren't bad, they're just no longer right for you. And that's okay. Aging isn't about giving up. It's about getting smarter. The real goal isn't just less pain. When you fuel your body with what supports it, you'll feel the difference. More mobility, less pain, brighter mornings, lighter steps. That's the point. Not fear, not restriction, but freedom. Now I want to hear from you. What did you learn today? What change are you ready to make? Let's talk in the comments, because we all grow when we share. If this helped you or opened your eyes in any way, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Before you go, type 1 if this video helped you. If not, type 0. Your comment matters more than you know. Stay observant, stay strong, and never forget, Your independence lives in your legs.